Have you ever watched your friends pick up a digital skill till they land a high paying job? And then you ask yourself, how did they figure it out in the first place? If that's your thoughts, welcome to the right place because in this video, I'll be showing you exactly how you can move from your current job, whether 9 to 5 or even a student, or maybe you've just been confused on how to transition into a digital skill. I'm going to show you 3 steps to take to learn a digital skill that can transform your career. The very first thing you need to do is to identify your area of natural talent, your gift, your passion, or area of expertise. Once you've figured that out, so it's a lot of questioning and brainstorming section, and it's not something you get in just a day. It might take you weeks or months because you need to drill yourself so much till you are able to discover that particular thing that exempts you from others. Now, do you love journaling? Do you love writing? Are you very interested in fashion? Do you love social media? There are some people that they just enjoy being on social media, following trends and all of those things. Or do you enjoy giving people advice? For example, for me, I've always loved writing. When I was very younger, I had a journal where I do write my day-to-day activities into whatsoever happened to me. I wrote it in that journal. I loved writing. Then when I grew up, I became a teacher. And as a teacher, you would definitely write, you would teach, you would talk to people. Then when I was about to pick a digital skill, it was very easy for me to transition into content writing before I upskilled into other area. You just need to question and ask yourself, what do I enjoy doing? What is my area of interest? Or what is my area of expertise? You may be a banker, you may be a teacher, you may be a lawyer, you may be a doctor. There is something for you in the digital space, like your career, that you can easily transition or translate into. I was telling someone jokingly that if you are a policeman, for example, and you want to just learn a digital skill, I think cybersecurity is something that relates to being a policeman, because as a policeman you are protecting people physically, right? You are securing places, and as a cybersecurity expert you are doing that digitally using digital tools. You might be able to pick up the basic concept of cybersecurity as a policeman. That's just a joke, but I think it can work that way because as a policeman, you already understand security, some things to look into. By the time you are learning cybersecurity, you might be able to connect those dots, and that will help you to easily learn that skill, or that will even spark your interest the more. Another example is that maybe you are a fashion enthusiast. Some people love fashion so much. They love the details. They can give you the details. Oh, this is what you should wear alongside this. And it's just something that is dormant in you as a passion. You can translate that into a digital skill. How do you? You can become a fashion content creator. You can become a styler because of the details that you already have in you. All you need to do is to learn more, follow people that do that, follow them as your role model, and then you grow in it. That's the first thing. It's all about looking within you to understand what you've already loved doing so that you can translate or transfer that into a digital skill. It's more easier to transfer your existing skill into a digital skill than learning from the ground up, because your interest is very important. Learning a digital skill often require you to be self-dependent. You must be able to learn on your own. You must be able to research, to figure things out all by yourself. Now imagine you are picking up a skill that you've never heard of or nothing, and you are learning it on your own. You might get discouraged, or you might lose interest quickly because it's new to you and you are even still learning it all on your own. But if it's something that you're already familiar with, it's easier. Imagine you've been a teacher and then someone introduced you to a digital platform where you can now start teaching. That's not new to you entirely. What you need to just understand is that platform itself, how it works, how to position yourself properly. Unlike you've not been a teacher, you've never known anything about lesson notes, teaching aid, and then someone is introducing a digital platform to you as a teacher. It might be difficult. Some people can learn anything easily, but it's advisable that you pick up something that you've been doing before, and then you translate that into a digital skill. Now that we've figured out what your area of interest is or your area of expertise is, it is time to figure out how to transform that into a valuable income generating skill. For me, the first place I would start from is where you're already familiar with, and that is Google. You see, Google has a lot of valuable free resources, like so much. You can choose, you can select what you want. Start with Google. Google has always been very much around us, is very popular even before AI tools. So we are familiar with it. For example, now, if I was a fashion enthusiast, I love fashion so much. And I've heard that, oh, I can translate something that I loved doing before into a digital skill. And I don't know how. There's nobody to put me through, right? I would use Google. Like there's something I'll go to Google and type, how can I turn my passion for, how can I turn my love for fashion into a digital skill? Now, you may not be able to get something very direct like you typed, but Google understands what you are trying to learn. Its algorithm already understands that, oh, this person is trying to learn a digital skill. This person is a fashion lover. You'll be able to get some related answers that will at least guide you through how you can start and what you can do. Now, you can take it from there. I won't even recommend that you just stay there alone. Read series of articles on that Google. You can now take it a step forward by going to YouTube. Yes, on YouTube, you'll be able to see people talking. You'll be able to see people that have gone through what you are currently going through, right? And they are sharing their journey like I'm doing right now. And you can learn from there. Then now that we have AI tools, use any AI tools that you are familiar with, say ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT, you can talk to ChatGPT like you are talking to a friend. Talk to ChatGPT and like you are telling a friend a story or you are complaining to a friend, do the same thing to ChatGPT. Oh, I'm a fashion lover. These are the things that I've done before. This is what I love doing. This is that. And I'm looking at getting a digital skill in my area of interest. What are the digital skills that I can pick up? Tell ChatGPT like that. You will see series of recommendations or suggestions that ChatGPT would give you. Take it from there. And now, as you are doing that, please have a notebook with you. What you gained from Google, note it down. What you gained from YouTube, note it down. Even the platform, the website that you gain those resources from or those insights from, note them down so that next time you are going back, you can always go to those websites and continue your journey there. Have a notebook. What you got from ChatGPT, write it down so that you can meditate on it with time. Like I said, discovering the skill and knowing which skill you want, it takes time, right? And you need to put in the effort. Once you've done all of those things and you've meditated, now set aside an hour or two daily for like a month to learning from these resources that you've noted in your notebook. As you are doing this, your mindset is shifting and your knowledge is increasing. So you need this first 1 month to learn on your own, to understand the basics using free resources. Now, here's something that is very, very important, and most beginners tend to leave it aside. That is learning and practicing. And as you are practicing, don't forget to share your journey online. Don't feel like I don't have anything to share. That thing that you just learned today, it is worth sharing. Oh, this is what I learned in this today. I didn't know. That three sentences can go a lot. People are looking at you. Let people know your journey. Let people grow with you. As you are learning from these free resources, make sure you are practicing. And don't just practice alone. Don't practice in silence. Also share your journey online. It might be Twitter, it might be LinkedIn, where professionals like you are, where your target audience or people that might likely need your service are. Ensure you share your journey there. Even though you are consuming free resources, don't keep your journey, don't keep your progress to yourself. So far, we've covered two key steps. The first one is discovering your natural talents, your passion, your area of expertise. And the second one is how to turn this interest, this passion into valuable income generating skills. In the next video, I'll be showing you the next step you should take. Bye. Step 3 is about looking for a mentor. And when I say a mentor, I mean someone that has been through that path that you are about to take. For example, if you are learning web development, as a developer, I would be looking for a senior developer or someone that has at least 2 years of hands-on experience. That's the kind of person I'll be looking for. Now, how do you actually get a mentor? Well, you can use Google to search for courses, but there's a much better way that I would highly recommend that you take. Now, since you've already started sharing your journey when you started learning on your own, you can build on that momentum. And what I would do is that I would go to Twitter or LinkedIn and I would type something like, I would share something like, I've been learning on my own for the past 1 month. These are the courses, blah, blah, blah courses that I've taken. These are the YouTube pages that I've visited. These are the articles that I've read. These are the projects, or this is the project that I've built based on myself learning. Now I'm ready to dive in deeply to learn from an expert. Which course or who can you recommend that I learn from? I would deeply appreciate your recommendation. And as you are doing this, you can even add a hashtag, a relevant hashtag based on your niche so that people can recommend to you. Now imagine that you've not been building in public. Imagine that you've not been sharing your progress. How will you get recommendation? Now you can see the importance of sharing your journey as you are learning a skill. By documenting your journey, you are building credibility and it shows that you are serious about learning. People can see your dedication and that makes them much more likely to want to help you. Once you get those recommendations, you need to take action, buy those courses, and meet the mentor. You can connect to the course creator on LinkedIn, just appreciate their work and continue building in public again. But there's something really important that you need to watch out for when you find a mentor. I will share that in my next video. Now that you have these three key elements, I'm excited that you are on your path to transforming your career. The first thing we learned is discovering your natural talents, discovering your interests, discovering your area of expertise. The second one is how to turn these skills, this interest into a valuable income generating skill. And lastly, finding a mentor. Wow,